Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationship, game, and everything in between. Enjoy me whilst I'm in this buoyant and enlightened state. Somewhat of a transitional state between observant and ethereal, as I've not slept in the best part of 29 hours at this point. I've been busy, working hard, and I have a fascinating discussion to have with you, so please hold on. As you know, we talk about human dynamics and communication, perspective on the world and on people, and go into the roots of the biological process and what we are as people and how we engage. This discussion might verge on a little bit of a more esoteric direction. We'll have to see. Let me read the note I placed in my notepad. I wrote down, everyone's opted out. No contact, headphones, etc. Opt in. And when I mean opt in, I mean you, my friend, my brother, need to choose to engage with society. There's no better time, and as the days continue, there will only be an ever progressive time for you to opt into a society that has been maneuvered into opting out. And what do I mean? What do I mean by that? I mean, I was focused, steady, direct, observant. As I said, 30 hours into a water fast, I was out on my feet, doing a few things. As I step through the city centre, I observe and I look at the people around me. At this time, people are going to work. I've been up for the best part of 31, 32, 33 hours. You tell me. I'm not counting. I'm off to have a little wander, do a few things, resolve in grabbing some food and coming back to prepare it. As I look around me in this enlightened state, unburdened by the slop, my body not having to deal with the ball and chain that is the additive of your day-to-day general supermarket nonsense. I see the reality only emphasized in the world around me as those who have to get up for work and go to work are going to work. And as I absorb and perceive in my own means, through my own lens, the vibration that is emitted by this sad state of affairs, this modern legal slave trade, I come to the conclusion that I need to speak to you of a message. If you want to live the life you want, you need to maybe engage with a few people, to say the least. And you might need to have a higher perspective, a foresight, that which isn't a short-sighted tunnel vision. The people around me were like zombies, facing the floor as they walked, overweight, through the abuse of their bodies, through escaping the day-to-day via an easy grasp of dopamine, through the poison they sell you, through detaching the 9-to-5 grind, through detaching the material realm, the material pursuit, through detaching the rules and regulations that have been placed upon us, through the friction and resistance they create when you go against the grain. I saw society from an elevated view, and I've done a talk on this before. in relation to semen retention. And as you retain your semen, you perceive life a little clearer. You break out of the fog that they have shrouded you in. And when I say they, what do I mean? Bro, everybody must. No. Everything that is normal for reason. It's because it weighs you down, devalues and breaks you. Those who can flick a switch and have society go in a different direction will do so and assess and analyze the analytics, like you looking at your social media analytics and see where they want to divert society to next, what they want to break them down doing, how they can enforce and reinforce the slave-like community they have established, the nation they have established, the world that submits under the rules and regulations and principles as to which they set, declare, the problems they give you, the solutions they give you to resolve that problem whilst tightening your noose. There is no better time for you to opt into this game. When I say opt in, I mean observe. When I say opt in, I mean find consciousness. Because those out there, they've got no conscious. They have got no conscious. We talk attraction, we talk conversation, we talk communication. My brother, you could go and engage with anyone in a particular way and expect a particular response. All you need is a pair of bollocks now, and that bollocks is going to stem from your astute observation that the people around you are operating on such a beaten down, degenerate frequency that given that you elevate yourself into a position of self-worth and detachment from the societal norm, that you can say whatever you want to anyone and have the exact result you wish to garner. Everyone's got their headphones in, away from reality. Everyone's looking at their phones, away from reality. Everyone's going to work to do a bullshit, meaningless job that doesn't abide by their perspective or wants or needs of the reality they believe they should abide by, but they are doing it anyway. They all go in their particular direction. They're all walking to work. To work for a supervisor, a manager, who is abiding and tightening the screws on the system they themselves haven't found fulfillment within. Yet you want to be that person? That's these people out here. Take your headphones out, look at what they are, and ensure that you are not alike them. Take your headphones out. Stop eating the slop. Stop drinking the slop. Look at your biological needs. Stop relieving yourself to visuals on a screen that don't depict anything that represents you. You are there relieving yourself to another man engaged with a woman on the internet, where they will then continue to dull your senses and kill your natural drive by force feeding you dopamine of a more extreme extent until you end up in Sodom and Gomorrah. Observe the darkness that they admit and be the light that counteracts that. Don't do what they do. And when you engage with them, understand you are engaging with a person who has never spoken to someone like you before in their life, in their day-to-day. Those who they admire and is nothing but a social hierarchical structure that they've been engineered to believe is of value because they reside in a different place and have a different title within their workplace. It's irrelevant. It's A and B. You own the business or you don't. If it's not your business, you own nothing. You can get fired. You are but a tool in the system. You are but a tool in the political system. You are but a tool in the society. You are but a tool in the consumer market. When you look at your phone and you buy your apps and you buy your products. Detach, understand and perceive that when you abstain from the simplicities of the dream that have been sold to these people that have resolved in this nightmare of existence, this throwaway fodder of life, 99% of those you see residing. This cesspool existence. Understand the power you have and the fact you can detach and the fact you can educate yourself to see what others can't see. And then you'll think to yourself, wow, that woman I've always wanted to speak to, I can speak to now. Wow, I just spoke to her and that was great. Wow, I just asked that man if he wanted to establish a business and I thought I'd never be able to do that. And do you know why? Because your subconscious is now taking on awareness and understanding and a genuine belief through the assessment of the patterns you are recognizing in society that you are of an actual value that not many people are ever going to come across in your entire life. In their entire life. You're not lying to yourself via a delusional state of mind, this meager consciousness that is counteracted by the fathoms of unconscious that fights against the delusion and says, nah, we know our value. You're putting it on. You're going to scare people off with your conversation. They're going to see your real value. They're going to perceive your value through your nonverbal cues, through the audacity of your word, through your care. But why do you need to care? Why do you need to subscribe to and participate in that which is lesser than you? Is this egocentric to a degree? Is it reality? Yes, because as somebody who wishes to be attractive to the opposite sex, as somebody who wants to be perceived as valuable as a man, as somebody who actually wants identity, independence, and serve the masculine principle you were born on planet Earth to possess, but got compartmentalized from birth into this situation. You will find yourself manifesting that as to which you align yourself with, and that is value. Take a look around you. Rid of the distractions because they're distracting themselves. Stop being like them. I'm signing out. Click like and subscribe. Peace.